Okay, we might as well start.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get a crowd.
No.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Members roll call. Mark. I'm here. Ron.
Here.
Gene.
Here.
Angie.
Here.
Everybody's here. We have a quorum. I'd like a second and a motion and a second to approve the board meeting minutes of 11/12/24.
Move. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Board members' reports. Mr. Mark.
The only thing I want to bring up is, is this appropriate to ask him about the Emerson repair now? You put it in my thing, asked a lot about Emerson repair. It's
Oh, it was just a
replacing-
reminder, yeah,
To replace that, you know, that repair you guys did over there in front of Joe Israel's place?
On Elkhart?
Yeah,
That
no,
way?
not Elkhart, Emerson. Israel, Joe and, I can't think of her name.
Across the street from
Sixth and
there.
Emerson.
Yeah,
Israel's?
Israel's,
That,
yeah.
that
Okay,
nightmare one
It's
you guys
replaced that with a new
invented.
salad, that was all copied together with a bunch, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be
Yeah,
replaced.
that's fine,
It
yeah.
was fun for temporary, but that's.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So just wanted to bring that up. That's all I had. To remember to replace that,
Fix it.
fix it, yeah.
Yeah,
It was just a brand new saddle, just ditch the old one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't sound like a
Yeah.
big deal.
That big mess that took us all day.
Yeah.
'Cause they clipped the thing when they were doing, you know, they
Yeah.
messed it all up, but
Yeah.
that's, all that brass stuff, all, that's, yeah, that won't hold.
Yeah, let's clean it up.
Yeah.
And send
Use the right
the
parts.
bill to,
We come.
yes,
We can.
them.
We can't.
I just noticed the walls.
Yeah, because it was our marking, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't locate it, so.
Yeah, it's a coins in the air thing, you know,
So if
so,
we can't locate it correctly, then yeah. it's not-
yeah, let's just fix it and be done with it. Ron?
I have nothing.
Angie?
Well, I think it's on the, all I wanted to say is we're getting the bonding stuff from.
Okay,
that
she's
round.
jumping down to 8, and we'll just cover that right now.
I just wanted to remind everybody that they're gonna start like really soon, so.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the bond.
Oh,
We got the insurance,
We got
right?
the
They got the
insurance.
insurance, we gave them a letter to start. They have to get a bond, they had to provide insurance.
We got the insurance stuff.
Yeah, and so sometimes, well, over the holidays, things just went, kind of go bottoms up anyway.
And we got the notarized thing from their bonding company with their bid, so we know they can get it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, okay.
thank you.
Mr. Jean, wake up. I'm sorry, did I disturb you?
Oh, geez, I was having a good dream too.
Oh, okay, we can go back to it later.
I just don't have much to say. The budget is just kind of bouncing along, and we're showing good right now, but it's going to go downhill. So I suppose we could save this discussion until
You voted on
your
February.
report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and the water loss was up, but I expected it to be up because of the.
That was a big
tank
leak.
going
Yeah,
bottom
we drained a
up.
lot of water out on the ground.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's gonna percolate down.
I think it's already evaporated.
Yeah, probably has, yeah.
And it's turning into fungus and now we're all gonna die.
You're a cheerful person
Don't you
today.
read Facebook? I read it on Facebook. It's gotta be true.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Okay, very
saying we have
good.
fungus?
Manager's report, Miss Kathy.
All right. Okay, critical infrastructure, like Angie said, we received our insurance cert, and I replied to the email asking about the change order. I can't remember honestly what we discussed with them, but I know that there were some material changes to the trenching or something like that.
They
Well,
don't,
yeah,
That we
from
decided
Osprey,
upon.
yeah, they
And
don't.
that was gonna change our amount, so I didn't know where they were on that,
Yeah.
so I asked them
Just
about
tell the
that.
story, we have to put half as much there. 8 inches instead of 20, that's all. That's all I can get the county to agree to.
Okay. As I discussed with all of you, I was informed from the county that the deadline, I just wanted to say that in the meeting, that the deadline that I thought was for the end of the year for all the costs that we were gonna be incurring, we had to have submitted to the county, and actually that was their deadline. So, I don't know if I just misunderstood from the beginning, or they did a poor job of explaining it to us, but it was their deadline. They had to have their funds distributed by the end of the year. We actually have 2 additional years, which I don't think we're gonna be taking close to that. I think it's probably gonna be all done in the next 6 months, but I just wanted to say it out loud. Yes, I guess that's really all I had on that. The telemetry system, I don't think we discussed that at all at the last meeting. And I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that is. I didn't put it as an agenda item. We don't have costs or bids from them yet, but I know that we did express interest as a group to upgrading our telemetry system. When Mike and Brian came out from Pat Burn to look at the system and they got it up and going again, he didn't recommend us going with the wireless. He said that our system is fine the way that it is. He recommended just getting auxiliary. I'm gonna let Lau kind of talk about it more because I wasn't actually there and I'm just saying the second hand, but I don't know if we want to do that or if we really do want to upgrade at this time since we have the funds to a wireless system. I know it's gonna cost a pretty penny, so.
Wireless meaning cellular, I mean?
Yeah, and going to the cloud.
That would, I would think, incur monthly costs in the long run.
You can FM it.
We're wireless as it is right now, but I'm not against her for it, I'm just
There's
saying.
several ways to do it.
Yeah,
We used our XL or our FM radio transmitting. That's how we transmitted all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Which is what we have, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can get better stuff. better
Well, yeah,
at that.
well, that was put in 10 years ago. Look at the improvements of everything.
Well, with that though, they have, how do you say, modular things that you can put here, down
And
there.
that, and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, little
I-
receivers.
yeah, and I think he told Lau that we could add additional receivers at the
Yes.
office to give us stuff, and then
Exactly.
from there, we might be able to use like our system, our internet system to relay it to our laptops or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's something we might want to look into.
Just leave the
And let's-
system as
let's
is
get
and
some
then upgrade
Ballpark
slightly.
costs anyway.
Okay. I haven't heard anything from them on it, so I'll reach out and see what I
Okay.
can find. I know with the holidays, they're probably a little behind.
yeah, they got it running, that's important.
Water loss, I don't know if you guys actually said the amount, but it was 54%, but we think it's probably due to that Unsource leak. Rate increase. This is just a brief touch on it. I didn't put it on the agenda because we all agreed that we're discussing it next month. But I would like to have, you had mentioned the last rate increase we got from Valley Pioneer. I don't think we've had one for several years. I saw a blurb on Google, I didn't have a chance to pull out boxes yet, but that they were considering doing it back in 2017. I went back to 2019, which is what we have in the office, and I couldn't find a rate increase. So it's been a long time since we've had a rate increase with them. But I'm assuming that there's other information that you guys would like me to compile so that
Yeah,
you could
there
make
is.
your educated decision on a rate increase if we do that. So think about it a little bit.
Well,
just-
along that line, I would personally, we need to know what Golden Valley charges, what Sohi charges, what Dolan charges, what Meadview charges, what their water rates are.
Well,
We're the highest.
Are we?
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty much, yeah. No,
Oh, I don't know.
looked at the whole charter, and it's probably been 5 months, but I happened to be down in the water office at the county. They're
Oh,
comparing- they did-
okay.
They did a rate increase, and we are,
We're the highest.
yeah, I mean,
And we-
tightened
Well,
up the
also the
They all have their
smallest.
own wells.
Yeah,
Those places-
they have their own wells, they're not buying water.
I mean, Sohi pumps it from over the mountain there and stuff, but I mean, still, it's not.
Yeah, okay, well, that's,
Yeah.
okay, maybe that's all the information we need. I had no idea.
Maybe look up if you want, I can get you a list
Also,
from the county if you want to have it.
we get the most property tax money than the other districts.
Oh,
Because
really?
they don't have to do all the stuff we have to do, go through the county, so, because we're an irrigation, we're a schedule, section 48 thing.
Oh, yeah,
So we get tax money from everybody in the city, or in the town site, I'm sorry. You
I
know,
was gonna say,
Yeah,
even?
I'll get you the list, just, I mean, because I'm going on memory, I'll get you a list, but I'm pretty sure we are the highest, not by leaps and bounds.
yeah, I'd like to double check on that, and I'm just
I
curious
know
what
we
it is.
compiled it, 'cause they did all that
Junior
for their,
told me
yeah,
that
shit.
too.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, between you two, we can,
well, I
okay,
don't, you know,
right.
he can has hands on.
One of the things when we talk about the rate increases, last time we did the rate increase, it was pretty easy because the only increase we had in expenses was the increase from Golden Valley. So it was pretty easy to figure out how much money we needed to raise to make up for that. In our case now, I'm not sure that holds true. So we probably need to find out how much in deficit we're gonna be, even if they don't have a rate increase.
So maybe a tentative budget for the next 4 to 5 years and with expenses kind of staying the same, is that what you're thinking?
No, but I think we do need to relook at this year's budget and look very closely and see what it is actually doing. And maybe study it a little bit more and then kind of try to not extrapolate, but look a little bit in the future. But
mhm.
I think mainly we need to look at, you and I need to look at what we're doing this year so far and see how what's actually going on. Because we only did like $1 increase, I think. And I think that raised us $800, if I remember right, or $700,
A
something.
year.
Yeah, it
No,
wasn't,
it wasn't,
it wasn't a lot.
no, that's not.
So we need to look and see how much we really do need to go, because the dollar's not gonna get us very far.
No, if it's only
Yeah.
under $1,000.
Yes, it wasn't.
That dollar was per,
Actually, I think it was $300 a month. I
Oh,
think it was
really?
$300 a month. that
Oh,
they
okay,
got
so
us.
it's 3,600, yeah.
Yeah, so, we need more information before we can
Oh,
actually
yeah.
discuss a rate increase. I think there's no doubt that we need to have one, but, trying to decide how much it is
That's
a
gonna
whole
be
well,
big
that's,
problem.
that's what I mean, if I have a month to prepare some of that
Yeah.
information for
Well,
you
yeah,
guys, so that
yeah.
you have it to look at next month.
And I don't think we're in any big rush to do a rate increase. We wanna get all our ducks in a row.
Well,
Yeah, but I think we probably should have one before the end of this year.
Which is
Oh, yeah.
not
Before, not this calendar year, but.
Yeah.
the fifth, that's what I was,
Yeah, the
that's kind of what I was
Yeah,
hoping for, was that we just decided on a rate increase if we decided to go that way, so that I could put it in this coming year's budget. So like in June, starting July. I wasn't thinking we would do it before that, so.
Okay.
I'm not sure how, I know that a budget is just a budget to the county, but I'm not sure, I know you have to justify any changes, and I just figured it would be a lot simpler if when we have our budget approved by the county, we already had our, our rate increase or our costs all,
Have it
and our revenues
packaged in
all
that
put
budget.
in there.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I was hoping for.
yeah, because next fiscal year's budget should show the rate increase. If
Right.
there's gonna be one. We
Oh,
have to
yeah.
decide what's gonna
Right.
be before
Definitely.
then. So,
Right.
yeah, if it's on the agenda for next month, and then we have a little bit of information, I don't think we have to know the exact amount. But
No.
I think we should have a brief discussion on it next month.
yeah, yeah, okay, cool.
We have, I noticed if you look at the financial figures, I think the end of last year, where you look under December, you see $73,000 in total checkings and savings. I think at the end of last year was around 90.
So we're like 20 down.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we are definitely down.
Yeah.
We need, and that's a significant number if that's gonna hold. One of the problems, situations right now is that we just received the tax monies we're gonna receive for a while.
Yeah.
Why, yeah,
So, if it weren't for $17,000 in tax monies, that figure would be down quite a bit, so.
Yeah. And I haven't really started putting money back into the savings, so
Yeah.
it's a little.
yeah, okay.
We need to know how much we need to make up.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of information we need to know.
Right, yeah.
In the next month or two.
If we need to make up $15,000, there's no rate increase in the world that would fly that we could
Yeah.
raise that kind of money, you know?
Well, that,
But we bought the truck, right? That's part of it.
yeah. Was that in this? Yeah, I think that was in this last rate increase, so.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to come from capital improvement, so. I mean, you were right at the last meeting that there were some extraneous costs that aren't going to continue on every year. I mean, yeah, that's
Well, yeah.
definitely. But we also have to take a hard look at the fact that we still have to have that money put back. I mean, because it wasn't supposed to be used really. I mean, it's supposed to be
Right.
for emergencies,
Right.
so.
That's why we need to look at it and see what our expenses are gonna be coming
Yeah.
up in the next
Kind
6
of
months.
forecast out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can try to take a look at it and come up with something. It's just not gonna be completely accurate, because
Well, that's
I
fine.
take the reports from
That's fine.
April.
Let's get some
From
numbers
the end
on
of April.
paper.
But I could put together something based on last year's and take
Mhm.
out the stuff
Yeah.
that we're not,
Yeah, if we can get some numbers in
Anticipating.
front of us to start with, we can
Okay.
change them.
so just a tentative budget type thing.
I have a question about the water sales. Like in November, we sold 17,000, and in December, we only sold 11. Is that because of the drilling company, and we got a lot more money from the, Rock Pros?
17,000?
170.
17,240 in November.
Oh, cash sales. okay.
That was a fluke because of counting the Zoom.
That's what I was
Our
asking.
normal billing is somewhere between 9 and 12,
Yeah.
and then they had that additional.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I thought, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Okay, are you, oh, I'm sorry.
And, let's see, we already discussed the financial, and they told you guys about the computers, but that's kind of a,
do you really, what are you looking for in computers that you can get for under $600?
well, we're
That
just
was my
talking,
point exactly.
I mean, you can't even buy one decent computer for $600.
Can't.
well, we don't need a lot for office
We
work.
need a Dell computer. Dell computers are pretty reliable running Windows. You know, I worked at 2 places where they had their whole system, and they're not as expensive as like, they're not like the ones you buy at Walmart, but they're, you know, and I know you guys, and you could, no, never mind. But Dell's, they're pretty, look into that.
Okay.
And the laptops are not that expensive either. I bought a Dell laptop in 2013 for my use, and it was only like, how much was that? $900.
Something like that.
Then you have to pay for the software, but that's on top of it. But you know, and Windows isn't cheap unless you can find one that comes with Windows, and then you're looking like up to maybe $1,300.
Well, we bought our Lenovo's, was it last year in Rome? I think we paid $800 a piece for them. They were pretty loaded with
Lenovo's a good computer
Yeah,
too.
pretty
Didn't have to add much.
No.
I'm just,
Told you. She's like, $200, you saying $200, I'm like, $200. A 2001 ThinkPad or something?
My iPad costs more than that.
I know.
all right, I'm just cheap. But I don't want something that's just gonna not work for us
Be
this
glitchy. I gotta
year.
go reboot it again.
No, I want it
See if
to,
we can put it under the grant.
I get the big gaming laptop.
Yeah.
We need new laptops to
Yeah.
figure out where our pipes are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have enough RAM in the ones we have to remember where the telemetry program, how that works. Okay?
Just write that down and don't forget it.
Yeah, right.
telemetry.
Okay, she did.
All right, that's
Watched
it.
her.
That's it, that's all I got. Oh, one more thing. Sorry.
Columbo.
I don't have prices. I don't have prices for you guys, but I will have prices next month for the big wash
That's
stuff.
fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That was it.
that's no
No problem.
major rush.
No.
Okay, all right,
Been going on
Sunshine.
for 10 years.
Sunshine. Last month, we had a leak on Elkhart just off of Second, and it looked like a small leak until we got into it and found 40 feet of
Mhm.
pipe that needed to be replaced. So once that was in, it was okay.
Pipe that was split.
Split.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just had to throw that in.
It was definitely split. Thanks to the work of Kathy, on December 31st, we had Mike and Brian that fixed our
That's
inline
great.
and have it
That was a
on
real
automatic.
good thing, Kathy. You did good.
So she got that in there. I just happened to be the man on the spot when they fixed it. And once they left, I went down to Mineral Park and I lowered the pressure that the computer holds from 210 to 200. And then I went back up to inline and messed with the pressure relief valve. When I got into it, I found out that the lock nut that holds it in place was loose.
Oh,
Spinning, huh?
Yeah, it was loose, and that's probably why it had been leaking at that time. And so what I did is I opened the valve up, let it run, and just started tightening it until it stopped, and then locked it back down. So it is functioning. It's maintaining about 214 PSI down at Mineral Park, and it's in the 90s up at inline. So it's holding pretty well, and everything's running on automatic.
yeah.
That's a good-
The gas generator that Gene donated, Malcolm got it running today.
Really?
I
It
heard
is
it is
running.
currently getting.
So it is
I'll go
going.
back then.
Yeah, it was good.
Indian giver.
Did you hear him out? He wants it back.
Some of you are aware, but I redid the chlorine shack. It is now,
Clean.
it's clean.
Clean.
The pumps are off the floor and on the wall. I can actually go through there with a hose now and
Nice
clean it
installation.
down.
Nice old folding chair too.
That chair was in there, but
Yeah,
yeah, it is nice and
That's
clean,
nice.
it's organized,
it's
and
clean
it's
and.
not leaking. And I did find a valve, that electric valve that I want to put in the system. And then I will take the whole thing and I'll put it back to where it was running off of the pumps.
Okay.
Ben has it on timer because he was having trouble with it. And at the time when he was trying to figure it out, we didn't know that Valley Pioneer had a leak. It was
Oh,
actually, so we were losing chlorine and not knowing, and so he was trying different things. So once I get the valve in, and I don't have to go down and manually shut off that valve down there, everything will be back to automatic.
Cool.
So hopefully in this next week I'll get it
A little
ordered
bit at a time.
and get it up and running. One last thing I have, some of you have seen
He's
it.
got another trick in his pocket. Oh.
That ugly little thing is so that I can take out a meter, put that in, put a hose on it,
Exactly what you're gonna do with it.
and flush out a service line.
You made this.
And flush
I
it
made
out.
that.
Yeah.
I can flush a service line out.
No, that's a good little trick. That's a good little trick.
It's not pretty,
Yeah.
but it will do the
Wait,
job.
I was
Polish
just
it.
making sure there was no
Polish
slag
it.
in there.
Good idea.
What, Mark?
Could polish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Paint
that's
it gold.
a good little trick.
Go ahead. I catch it.
I know.
So, and that's what I have for you.
Okay,
One
cool.
more thing though, based on what you said, reminded me, did we ever find out who to get those seals from for that?
Get the what?
The reducing valves that you figured out the nut problem with? Don't we need seal, didn't you say we
I
need?
have it
seal?
working.
Oh, the expansion valve down there at Mineral Park, the one that, started leaking?
Yeah, and the bolts were loose.
I know, but we need to get a replacement for that.
Okay.
Because they're putting that much pressure on it. I replaced that with Aaron, I believe, because it started leaking, the rubber started leaking. And so we don't have a backup for it. It
Okay.
takes quite a while to get it,
Oh, there is one other thing.
so we need to order that part.
Do you know where to go? That I wanted to ask.
No, I can't remember what.
Probably in the blue
numbers
book.
are on the valve and
Oh, that
the
rubber?
Arizona water
Yeah,
one.
the reducing valve.
Oh, yeah, that was a stock audit, because the other one was a custom and we couldn't get it.
Yeah,
And we had to
But
move
that
the
one's
pipes
stock.
around, and put
Yeah.
that one on.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
but I mean, we strained the hell out of
You were
that
here.
thing when we ran.
Yeah, yep, I remember that, yeah.
I know it eventually will give away.
Well, it's
We
gonna
should-
go sometime,
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, this is for another time, but we should discuss a preventative maintenance program.
Well,
Really should.
That's
Yeah.
with the SOP that should be in that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
this information.
yeah,
You should take pictures of all the control units, the data points where everything is, and put that into the
Yeah.
SOP
Yeah.
too, so
Yeah.
that way,
So anybody can open up a folder and,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, Ron and I had talked about that, and it was, Brian that had suggested it. Once he got it running, he suggested take a photo of all,
Yeah.
each stage
Yeah,
and keep a copy of it.
Yeah.
okay, cool.
But they also recommended that we put in a battery backup for the computer, just to hold the memory.
We
I didn't realize we
We'll
didn't
talk-
have that.
We don't have
Yeah,
one.
they're kind of, yeah.
So when we get a hold of them again, we'll talk to them about.
Oh, yeah, it's
Putting one in.
nothing.
Yeah, we can include that in the, what. they
Yes,
do.
100%.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
I didn't
it.
realize we didn't have one.
Okay. Critical infrastructure project, I think we talked about that, we're just waiting on the bond. And they're ready to go, they're chomping at the bit to go, so. And it's just paperwork, is all we're waiting for, so. Okay, old business, big wash, we're working on that.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that has to be done tomorrow, as far as
No,
I'm concerned.
But
We
it would
get
be good to get it behind us.
Yeah, we'll try to talk about it next month. Let's
Yes.
put it on the agenda for next month.
Yes,
And maybe you'll have some figures for us and
Yes.
we can talk about it.
Maybe some color swatches, if we pick the right shade.
no, we can't do that.
No,
We have to
Okay,
go with
new
what they want.
business.
Okay,
No new business. I'd like a motion and a second to adjourn.
a second.
All approved, aye?
Aye.
Nice seeing you all.
Uh-huh.